Okay. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, thank you very much. Do you please consent freely to participate in this video recording interview on the training assessment on the ending child marriage in Bungudu?
Oh, with our pleasure.
Okay.
It's all right.
Thank you very much. Now, would you please tell us your name, your area where you live, your working place, and your position?
Okay, Assalamu alaikum. My name is Amina Bello Mayana. I reside in Bungudu local government area, in Bungudu town to be specific. And I work with Zamfara Radio as a broadcaster. I produce children's programs, and if the need arises, I go on commentaries, and I'm right now my principal information officer in Zamfara Radio and television service here in Gusau, the state capital. I think that's all about it.
Yes, thank you very much. Now, you participated in a training on ending child marriage in Bungudu, your NLGA, sometime last year.
Yes, I did, around May last year.
Good.
Yeah.
Would you please share with me the new lesson or knowledge you gained from the last training with BAOBAB Zamfara State Outreach team?
Yes, it was really an interesting interactive session because women gathered about 25 of us, and very interesting because it's first time I felt women coming together and discussing such a delicate issue, because any issue that has to do with child marriage in this society, people tend to go away from it. But I was very happy and encouraged as women came out to that very workshop, and they actually participated, and there are some religious preachers among the women. That's one interesting thing. So it was quite educating during that period.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, now, how has the knowledge you gained during that training or lesson you learned changed your perception about child marriage? Particularly, how were you looking at child marriage before the training? And how are you now looking at child marriage after the training?
Like I just told you, the child marriage issue is an issue that always I've been very scared to discuss it, because there are some religious connotations inside the child marriage, and one has to be very careful. But after the workshop, I just felt, okay, this is not the way I look at it. This is not the way it is. And because of one of our facilitators then, Malam Nasir Balabungudu, very encouraging. He just told all the pros and cons of the child marriage. In marriage, Islamically, you find out that the Prophet, peace and blessings of Allah be upon him, said he wants us to multiply our generation, so that at the day of judgment he'll be proud of us. So in marriage there's comfort, there's a rise of self-esteem when you get married, and there's brotherhood, because when you go from one family to another to marry their child, or maybe from the woman's side to the man's side, there's always brotherhood, there's always friendship associated with that, because when these families come together, then there's this brotherhood. And if it comes even from tribe to tribe, the same thing, because when we marry, there's intermarriages, then there's definitely going to be peace in society. And also, like I said, there's self-esteem in marriage, because now when you are single, you're carefree, you go and come, but now when you're married, you want to be responsible, appear responsible, and do responsible things. So there's a rise in self-esteem, and again, there's kind of sharing, because okay, when the naming ceremony comes around, okay, you don't have this, maybe you have some friends around, they contribute, okay, have this, you're going to assist you, and so you see that there's brotherhood there's love, there's sharing, there's caring, because all these things are there in child marriage. But then there are other things attached to this child marriage.
Okay.
That is early marriage, because you find that this problem of VVF, vaginal vesicular
Vesco-vaginal fistula. Yeah.
Okay, there's always a problem, but some people say it's as a result of young age. Maybe the girl is not well matured and things like that. So during delivery, there are some complications, and then we have that VVF of a problem. But some people said it's two-way thing. Some medical doctors have said it's not that way. Some people say it's something up to now that has not been proved. But most people agree that, majority of people agree that when it comes to child marriage, it occurs more often, VVF occurs more often in child marriages.
Now, what have you done since the last training with BAOBAB in Bungudu?
Okay, in Bungudu, actually, after the workshop, we actually came together, because you can't have 100% attendance. We met, we just sat down and said, okay, we attended this workshop, and we think it's of use to our own community. So we arranged that we are going to meet monthly, and which we did, because I attended these meetings on 3 various occasions, 3 months at the end of the month. And our group consists of housewives, some traders, but they do it in the house. And we have some preachers like Fatima Mohammed Dama Bungudu. She's with Form 1. She's the secretary there in Bungudu. And we, like myself, that I'm a civil servant, I really had the time, but okay, I had to make the time to attend those meetings. And we actually rubbed minds. We said, okay, since we've learned this thing, and the way we used to look at it is not, child marriage is not what it is. So what do we do? So we said, oh, okay, we are going to, since this is a very delicate issue, and alhamdulillah, we have some religious preachers within us, we say we're going to go to people, the stakeholders in the society, like the head of our area. So we're going to talk to them so that they don't think we are just opposing what they know. No, that's what we intended to do. And so far it's been interesting. And like in my own house, in my own area in Bungudu there's some women that have been asking me questions about this child, but I think there's nothing bad about it. But it will be nice when you have your child go to the formal school, and then you have them go to Islamic school. They are all good, because the Islamic school, they learn how to worship Allah and how to prepare themselves for the hereafter. And for the formal education, they use in getting the food they will eat here on earth. So this is what we did, and so far we've been able to see a few people in our community, and it's been quite interesting. And also, on my personal level, okay, I told you, as women have been coming to me, and it's child marriage is a very delicate issue. Like I told you, you have to be careful what you say to people and things like that. So we mind all those things. So we felt we are secure, so we have religious preachers amongst us. And again, there's this girl in my office. She sells this. I'm not telling you what I did personally. Okay, I don't know whether you appreciate it, but let me tell you what I actually did. There's this girl. Her name is Her name is Talatu. Not her real name anyway. Yes, she comes into the office, comes to sell her for a nono at about 2:30 in the afternoon. So I asked her. I said, okay, why is it that do you attend the formal school, primary school? She said, no, madam. Okay, why? Because I've seen that when you come to this office about 2:30, and around that time, if you go attend the primary school, if you attend your school and then come to sell your fura and nono. We're not saying you should not hawk. No, it's a source of livelihood. She said, okay, she attends Islamia school in the night. I said, okay, that's okay. But I said, okay, if you had combined this, going to the primary school, the formal school in the afternoon, and then in the night you go to Islamia school, that would have been better. He said her parents did not enroll her in the primary school. Anyway, she lives quite far away from my office, but I've not had time to see her parents, but I intend doing that in future, inshallah. Right now things are a bit tight for me. I have some schedules that I'm just going through. But when the work has lessened, inshallah, I get in touch with her parents to hear their own version of what she said. And also, coincidentally, I spoke to one malama. She's Malama Hassana Sarakinya in Anka. She's head of Dawa in the state. Yes, women Dawa. This woman I've been relating with. There are some programs I did with her during Haji and things like that.
Okay.
Interview, yes, I did. And I told her that I have a proposition. She said, "What is it?" I said, "Okay, there's this issue that's been." I attended a workshop in my area, Bungudu, and I was thinking she can throw more light on it so that people understand what is involved in this child marriage. I mean, this time Islamically. She said, "Okay." That when I'm ready, I should meet her. I just spoke to her yesterday, and I said, I told the producer of there's a program we have in the radio house, Don't Worry Gida, and produced by my colleague Asabe Sanda. So I said, okay. I said, Asabe, when I interview her, you get this thing, we can get into your program. She said, okay, no problem. She's even waiting for me to contribute. So this is what I actually did on my own.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, in the cost of passing this knowledge or lesson you learned from the training, would you please tell us what challenges you encountered in the course of sharing your knowledge to others?
Yeah, the thing is that I told you this is a very delicate issue. It has religious binding on it. Islam says this, and you're not supposed to actually go contrary, but you just said, okay, this is where you think it be done. Like in Islam, if a child is married off by age 9, it's all right. We said, okay, in that issue, you have to be very careful so that you don't bring the religion first, but just trying to tell them these advantages of getting your child educated and empowering that child, and at the end of the day, it's going to be of benefit. That at the same time, you're not against this, what Islam has said, because this is what Allah has said, and nobody can go against it.
Okay.
So we accept.
Okay,
yes.
now, do you really encountered any challenge? Maybe you talk to some of them, they will not listen to you, maybe something like that in your working place, in your household, in your community where you live?
No, it's not that. People wouldn't come to tell you no right there. You tell them what, especially when they come to you, tell them this is what you should do, this is what it's like. It's left for them to know, so to do what you've asked them to do. But confronting me, no. I've not had that challenge, no, confronting me. And like that issue I had again with my colleague in my workplace. She has those two girls that we thought they're just about 18, that she would have allowed them to be 20 before getting them married off. She said, okay, that these girls, this one is 18, the other one is 19 years old, and they finished their NCE, that is National Education Certificate, NCE, with the Federal College of Education, Technical here in Gusau. So there's no need for them to be in the house since they are suitors. So that was how I did. I would talk to her, and she responded. It's not that she was aggressive. She just gave her reasons why she wants them to be married or say, okay, which I quite agree with her, and it's okay.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. How do you now think these challenges can be overcome?
When you have a challenge, you don't just give up. You don't just give up. You keep trying. And advocacy has always been the key issue here, and it will always be, because not because somebody tells you, okay, no, today no, you just give up. You go back to the drawing table. How do you think? How do I go about this problem? How do I solve it? So for me, I think advocacy is the key issue. So like we've always known, it's going to be there, and I intend telling because it's not as if as we had our meetings and visited village head and things like that things are 100%. No, we keep telling them, because when I tell you something today, next tomorrow, you keep remembering as time goes on, and we think that one day it's going to be 100% acceptance for what we are advocating for, minimizing the early child marriage in the community.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, do you have any last comment to make before we conclude this discussion, particularly on how people are still looking at child marriage?
No, the thing is this. I think workshops of this nature should be encouraged in this our very community, because for me it changed my thinking, and the way I used to look at the child marriage thing as if it was no go area. Now I just find that the way you can do these things and you achieve your aims, I think it's okay.
Okay.
Yeah, it's okay.
Okay, thank you very much for your time. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Alhamdulillah.